Hi friends. Today I'd like to read you a small moment story by one of my favorite authors. Her name is Angela Johnson. And she wrote this book about the moment when a family moved out of the apartment where they had been living for a long time and where the kids in the family had grown up. And they moved out to go and live someplace else. And what I love about this book by Angela Johnson is the way that she makes me feel like I was there. I can really understand what it was like on the leaving morning for this family. And that's because Angela Johnson includes so many details about what it looked like, sounded like, maybe even smelled and tasted like, what it felt like, and even what it felt like inside. Okay, I really feel like I was there because of the details she included. So as I read this beautiful book to you, I want you to notice some of the details, some of the little things that Angela Johnson tells us about that help us feel like we were there, that we're really in the story. And if you notice a little detail where she does that, I want you to point to your brain, okay, and kind of capture it there because you're going to tell us about it afterwards. The Leaving Morning story by Angela Johnson. Paintings by David Soman. So she worked with a different illustrator. The Leaving Morning. The leaving morning happened on a soupy, misty morning when you could hear the street sweeper. Shh. We pressed our faces against the hall window and left cold lips on the pane. It was the leaving morning. Boxes of clothes, toys, dishes, and pictures of us everywhere. The leaving had been long because we'd packed days before and said goodbye to everybody we knew. Our friends, the grocer, everybody in our building, and the cousins, especially the cousins. We said goodbye to the cousins all day long. Mama said the people in a truck would move us and take care of everything we loved on the leaving morning. We woke up early and had hot cocoa from the deli across the street. I made more lips on the deli window and watched for the movers on the leaving morning. We sat on the steps and watched the movers. They had blue moving clothes on and made bumping noises on the stairs. There were lots of whistles and "Watch out, kids." Got me a moving hat and a kiss on the head from Miss Maddie upstairs. And on the leaving morning, she told me to watch myself in the new place when I crossed the street and think of her. I sat between my mama and daddy holding their hands. My daddy said in a little while we'd be someplace we'd love. So I left lips on the front window of our apartment and said goodbye to our old place on the leaving morning. Wow. I feel like I just moved out of my old apartment reading this book. I want you to think, what were some of the details that Angela Johnson put in her story to help you really, really know what it was like, to make you really feel like you were there? Thanks for reading this book with me.